Hello, hello.
Hi, we're here.
Finally, we are here. And we have this beautiful topic with me and Désirée Dumont, joy of traveling.
It can be fun
Yeah,
and amazing.
it can be fun. And yeah, it's one of my, I would say it's my life, as we spoke about it before we started. And I'm enjoying traveling so much. And we would love to invite all of you to have an ease, joy, and glory with traveling too.
Yeah, that the whole world is actually our home and it can be easy to move about our home.
Wow. So the first question is like, what if whenever in the world you are is your home?
Yeah. And you're supported in how you get around. And there's people that are there, whether you know them or not, people and places and consciousness to greet you and support you on every step.
So, and how is it in your world with traveling? Do you enjoy traveling or are you stressing out when you are supposed to travel? Ah, well, that's really that there are these energies with this connected. So everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it now? Right and wrong, guten back, bottom poke, all 100 shorts, boys, poets, bases, creations, and beyonds. What if traveling could be just the relaxation in your life? Hmm.
There's also the primary point of view is that it's expensive or that it's like money not needed to be spent. Like, oh, it's this extra thing. So you should only spend that kind of money when you're ahead of the game financially. But what if traveling actually generated more money for you, more business for you, more fun for you, more consciousness for you? What if that was the best money spent? What if it was actually about growing your life?
You are
It
touching
doesn't have to be
something.
like a vacation. It doesn't have to be like your savings. It can be the creation of your life.
So, do you use your savings on traveling or traveling and money included in traveling is a common way in your life? It's something what's usual and it's nothing extra. What if traveling wouldn't be nothing extra? What if it could be a normal part of your life?
Mm.
Mm, wow. Everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it now? Wow, right and wrong, good and back, pot and pock, all 100 shorts, boys, poets, bases, creations, and beyonds.
I I would like all of us would like to just acknowledge some of the greatest adventures you've given yourself. And at the time, did you actually think you could afford it? And it's usually no, but I chose it anyway. And what we do is we kind of wait to afford travel when the adventure will generate so much energy for your joy, for your health, for the motion forward. So anywhere you've just sort of been in that waiting to afford it, we've kind of covered it, but waiting to afford anything could be destroyed and uncreated, please. Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all 100, shorts, boys, povets, bases, creations, and beyonds. What are you waiting for? Everything that is destroyed and uncreated, please. Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all 100, shorts, boys, povads, bases, creations, and beyonds. So if you kind of give yourself some credit, like The first time I ever traveled, like a big international travel, I was 14. My parents had only left the country once, like to Mexico. They'd never been to Europe. They were like terrified of the idea, the money. They don't know what to do. They don't know where to go. And I got a passport and saved up my money and took myself to Europe. Could I afford it? No, I created for it. And every time I find myself waiting to afford something, I tap into that enthusiasm I had, like, I'm going to go see the world because the world is my home. And that enthusiasm and that choice, money will follow. So, where would you like to go? What would you like to choose? That all you've got to have is the enthusiasm for it, and the money will show up.
And this is really funny because it seems to be in the awareness, because I was like, yeah, I have my money on my saving account and I could buy this and then that. And maybe after, when I buy everything what I need, I will spend some extra money, as you already said, on my travels. So and my point of view is changing and the moment, and it's like, wow, what if this is the thing which would be on my list as the first thing that I am paying for?
Mm.
What would this create in my life? So what would it create in your life if traveling is kind of first thing on your list, also with money?
Mm-hmm. And then comes the next subject, which there's this idea that travel is like has to be so controlled and pre-planned. Every train ride, every car shuttle, every airplane, every hotel, which doesn't like a controlled visit to another place. But what if travel is actually engaging with people and finding out how you might get, finding out where you go? More often than not, you don't have to buy my point of view, but I fly one way wherever I'm going because I don't know where I'm going to end up and what city I'm going to end up to fly home. And that seems insane. Like, how are you going to make sure you get a cheap flight? Well, that's not my priority. So it's like, what's your priority with travel? An adventure? Or are you trying to have a controlled visit somewhere? And when you have an adventure, consciousness moves in and it'll be like, it'll introduce you to the most amazing person, and then you'll end up going to some concert you never thought you were going to go to, and then you're invited to a chateau for a week that you didn't even have to pay for, and then the airline upgrades you for no reason, but you'd have to be willing to receive that much joy and that much consciousness to not control your visit somewhere. So anywhere you have the idea that traveling is a controlled visit to somewhere that's not home, when the whole world is your home, would you destroy and uncreate it, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all 100, shorts, boys, covads, bases, creations, and beyonds. Oh, cool.
I love it. I love it so much because I remembered when I started traveling, it was the whole trip was so beautifully planned. And I have my itinerary one day after the other day.
Mm.
Yeah, and nowadays it's like, as you are saying that, wow, when you are speaking, I'm like, okay, how will I get home from Croatia after CF training? I don't know, but I'm sure that I will meet there someone and we will connect somehow our travels. So, what if you could have just fun with traveling and let the universe to have your back? Because, yeah, wow. And do you allow the universe to have your back?
Truth.
True.
And most of us don't most of the time. We've we really rely on control. And so I get that with travel, when you have money and you have a family and you have a job at home, and the mind tells you like, no, this needs to be controlled. It doesn't have to be complete disorder, but we don't often allow ourselves to have the universe right there with us, holding our hand, making it greater than we could have ever pre-planned. Ever. And this has been like, I have so many experiences where I wanted to control it. I started to freak out, like I've got to get home. I'm running out of cash flow. Oh, what am I going to do? And the minute you go to question and the joy of allowing the universe to provide for you, it has been 100% that it ends up being greater than I could have pre-planned. And this is where like the universe loves us more than we love ourselves. we have to be willing to find out like just really how much would the universe like to tickle me today, spoil me, make it lighter, make it brighter.
Wow. So when the universe wants to spoil you, will you let the universe to spoil you? And will you receive it? Uh-huh. Ah, I love it. I love this topic. It's so beyond. It's connected to traveling, but it's so beyond. It could be like in any area of your life. But also, what if, wow, what if you just having any ease with some area of your life? And what if you could just bring this ease also into traveling?
Yeah.
What if it could be the same ease? Mm.
And ease with people. Can we go into people?
The
You know
most
those things out there? Sorry. Oh my God. You know those things out there called people? And how much do you use people as your reason to not explore the world? Whoa. Feeling nervous about people, or that they're gonna take something from you or drive you crazy or cut in line or steal your seat. The things the head trip we go into with travel and people.
I pictured just people sitting next to me on the airplane that are snoring.
Well, this is so key because your point of view creates your reality. So if you have a resistance to people, you are going to create a not so fun travel trip. And so one of the things that traveling has taught me over and over and over in my life is to be willing to engage with the most amazing people, to actually like come out of my shy, controlled box, not keep presuming that everyone's going to be smelly. I hear you. Not presume that everyone's going to be rude, but what if like there's amazing people? And I mean, I could write a whole book series on the amazing people that I asked the universe. Could I sit next to someone amazing on the airplane? I've sat next to a composer who wrote me songs. I sat next to a guy who ended up choosing Access like crazy through seeing the book that I was reading. And we talked for a 12-hour flight about consciousness and changed his life. I mean, you can also ask for like, hey, can I have an empty row or a free upgrade? Like you can ask and request. One time I was flying from Australia to Denver, which is a very long flight. And there were fires in Australia. So the flight kept getting, because of heat, they had to not let most people on for days. And I was stuck in Sydney for like 5 days, using the tools, not getting upset, hanging out in the smoky air of Sydney, waiting until I could get on. And this wonderful flight attendant had seen me at the gate every day, and she put me in first class and took care of me the entire flight home, made sure that I got extra points, like loaded my United up with enough points for another like first class flight, just because she was like, I've seen you here every day and you're not rude to us. I didn't like show up to the gate like pissed at the flight attendants. I was space, and I mean, she hooked me up. I think those points lasted for 3 round trips to Europe. So these are the gifts that the universe give us through people. So what gift can you be to engage the generosity in the people around you as you travel that you've never considered?
Just asking for more. Thank you.
We don't have to pay for everything. It doesn't always come down to money. It's like people are happy to hook you up with the most beautiful table at the restaurant, or bring you, I don't know, some delicious dessert. Make sure you're in the best seat on the train. People are happy to make your trip so joyful. So all your points of views about people that keep you pulling in that which matches your point of view. Could we destroy it and uncreate it, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all 100, shorts, boys, povads, bases, creations, and beyonds. Cool.
And you are opening beautiful space. It's like, do you actually think that you have to pay for everything on your travels? And if you would love to have something extra, you have to pay for it. It's not for free. There is no upgradation for you for free. So
Interesting point of view.
yeah, I know. And it's like, it's really funny because what's popping up in my mind at the moment, it's like, no, upgrade, it's not for free. Like beautiful desert, it's not for free. A beautiful seat next to not smelly people, but a beautifully beautiful people is not for free. So everywhere you have decided that anything is for free during your travels, will you destroy and uncreate it? Anything extra during your travels is not for free.
Wow.
Wow. Hrajtem Rangotem back potempok. All 100 shorts, boys, poets, bases, creations, and beyonds.
Wow. How much more are you willing to receive? I'm just going to say this again. How much more would you be willing to receive the gift of the universe through people?
Mm-hmm.
One of the most fun things about traveling is getting to know people from all over the world. But recently, I see so many people traveling with their friends, their family, to see the sights and avoid meeting people, which is really a shame, because that's where the magic is, really. You meet someone wonderful in Venice who's from Venice, who takes you on the one real gondola, and you go at night when no other gondolas are out, and you get taken to the restaurant that you get drunk in that nobody ever gets to go drunk in. These are the things that make life wonderful, and it comes through people. I can't get over how many times people have given more than I ever thought I deserved just because I was willing to receive it. I was going to wear a dress that I realized when I put it on doesn't fit right, but there was this shop I went to. I was traveling in Italy near Lake Como, and I went into this beautiful dress shop, and she had all this particular kind of embroidery. I was just like mind blown by all of this hand embroidered fabrics and custom dresses. I didn't really have the energy to buy a dress and try something on and deal with all of it. And she just walked up to me and she was like, "Could you put this on, see if it fits?" And it fit perfectly then. Beautiful, like it's like you'll enjoy hearing this, I think. It's like a light blue fabric with a shining silk indigo embroidery through the entire dress. It's like royal. And it fit perfectly. And she said, if I can take pictures of you and put it on my Instagram, it's yours. And it was like a 600 and something euro dress. And I was like, sure. Are you for real? And she took a bunch of pictures and put it on her social media and was like, wear it around town and tell people where you got it. And I was like, within 10 minutes, I was redressed, walking through Como, like, what just happened? And I share this because it's something to do with how we show up to people without the presumption that it's going to cost us something, that they're after something, and that they're not kind. Because look at all of us. How generous are all of we? And do we love when people are willing to receive from us? We usually give more than we can even imagine. So what if the world is full of generous people and you could travel the world and find them?
Or they will find you on your
Yeah.
travels. But you're opening really beautiful topic with no expectations and no control thing, because yeah, a lot of people like are asking for magic, but from the space of control. Like, okay, I will ask now for a magic, and then I will wait if I will find a magic or if the magic will finds me. So what if it's not about waiting or controlling your magic on your travels? What if this is all about receiving, and what are you willing to receive?
And let's open a door, shall we, to
Yes.
receiving beyond your controlled idea of receiving. It's like receiving beyond receiving. 1, 2, 3, 4. Woo! Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. To have the courage and enthusiasm and space of no judgment to receive from anyone and everyone. I'm getting like so moved because it's like making me wonder if I want to write a book about this, because I have this other experience. I was in Athens and I travel alone a lot. That's another thing. Are you willing to travel alone? Or do you wait for your whole family or your boyfriend or your girlfriend or everybody to get all the same days off? I've traveled my whole life, most of the time alone. It's wonderful.
Desiree, please
Yeah.
hold on now. So everything that is what Desiree just said, if you are waiting for your girlfriend,
Yeah.
boyfriend, family, when they will have free time to travel with you, and you are not willing to go alone, will you destroy and uncreate it now? Au, Rejtem Orangutan Back all 100 shorts, boys, poets, bases, creations, and beyonds, whatever that is. And please
Yeah.
continue. Sorry about the, yeah.
No, that's wonderful because that's something I didn't realize was different about me.
Mm-hmm.
It can be really fun. In fact, sometimes the most fun to travel alone. It can be fun to travel with your loved ones, but when you're alone, you're going to have to communicate with people. You have to meet people. But I'm remembering I was in Athens alone. It was evening, and I found this beautiful restaurant to eat, and I was walking and wandering. And I heard the most beautiful musician playing some kind of, it was some kind of like a flute, clarinet flute type thing, but neither of those instruments. It was some kind of uh, like old Greekish instrument that I don't know the name, sorry. But I hear this sound, I'm like, I'm gonna find it. I'm just gonna walk until I find this musician. And of course, I eventually find him and he's like homeless, but he's playing the most beautiful music ever. It was so enchanting. Did I feel unsafe? No, I was aware. Was he the gift, like enchanting me to go on this walk halfway up to the Pantheon? Yes. When I got there and I sat down and I listened and I received it and I cried and it was so beautiful, no one else was there. I had the whole Pantheon, the whole city of Athens to myself. with this music. And of course, I didn't even have my phone because I don't even do that sometimes. Call me crazy. So we couldn't translate, we couldn't communicate. I gave him some money. He saw my tears. We exchanged something that was like one of the best nights of my life. When I came home, I wrote 3 songs. You can't buy that. But if I had a point of view about being alone without a phone, sitting under a tree, kind of in the dark with a homeless man, I would have never been blessed with that. And in return, I'll say he was also blessed with my presence. I wasn't scared of him. I wasn't treating him as something. I asked questions. I'm not an idiot. I would be like, don't do that with every homeless person. But it's like, what are you refusing to receive based on the ideas of safety when you can be aware? You're going to know where not to go if you're aware. You're going to know where to eat if you're aware. You won't get sick. You won't have a problem if you're willing to be aware. So anywhere travel has been overwhelming, especially alone, based on the idea that you might be unsafe, would you destroy and uncreate it, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all 100, shorts, boys, povads, bases, creations, and beyonds. Wow. Whenever we have a point of view like maybe I'm unsafe, we actually create that. So how much more awareness can you be, spherical awareness can you be, to enjoy the most posh, beautiful, luxurious restaurant and the musician on the side of the road? And maybe your concierge might become so enthused by the space of you that he hooks you up with the greatest restaurants or gets you an upgraded car to take you to the countryside. Again, my primary thing to bring to this call today is, please, what if we are the door openers to receiving through people? What if we are the ones that stimulate the kindness, not wait for them to be kind, be the kindness that then they give you what they can gift you? Wow. So what if the joy of traveling is like an adventure of being kind in all the places that you never thought you would be?
Also, I will read what's in the chat from Christina. When I was young, I traveled so many times alone, and so many people did not understand me, why I would do such things. And exactly what you said, I met the most incredible people during my adventures. And how this can get any better than this? Wow. And also when you were speaking, it remembered me time when I was in Lapland like 2 weeks ago. So it was full of magic there, and I just turned out being there. Like, I don't know how it happened, it just happened. Because our friends invited us there to go there, and I, you know, I have my miracles list, let's say, the bucket list, the things that you have to live before you die. And one of them was seeing this beautiful aurora. I hope it's called good in English. And we saw it like 3 times there, and it's not like, it's not like during 5 days. And usually it's like that you can see it one time per 7 or 8 days. So it was like magic for me. So truly, what magic can you invite into your travels if you have just fun with it? And also, I realized that I had this aurora thing on my bucket list, and it just happened like nothing. So what if your, like, things that you have on your bucket list can happen and show up in your life like nothing if you allow them to happen and to just be? So thank you for opening this space. It's like, wow.
I love what you just said, because what I find is like the aurora borealis also desired you. So we are part of the universe. And when it's like, gosh, I would love to see the aurora borealis. The aurora borealis is like, I would love to see Simona Novakova. I'm just saying. But it's like, you have Nova in your name. So it's like, we have to be willing to receive not just through the people, but that what you desire to go see, to go explore, desires you. It's pulling you. It's not like just an idea because you saw it in a travel magazine. It's whispering to you. So it's like, oh, when I was a kid, I was so fixated on Italy. Just fixated. Every school project, I was like, I want to do Italy. I did all of this. I was like wanting to learn Italian. I had no idea that I would later become an opera singer. I had no clue. I was like, Italy, Italy, Italy. It's taken me, I've been to Italy more than, I mean, as much as I've almost been at home. And so I never knew that it was Italy calling me. So every time I went, Italy just took care of me. Wow. So what parts of the world are whispering to you? Cultures, languages. Like I listen to a lot of Turkish music. I'm going to go to Turkey someday because she's been whispering to me a long time. Like maybe you love some textile or artwork, and that's one of the things that's like, come see me and I'll help. And that you're going to meet all these magical people, which feels like kind of like Harry Potter, but it is. It is like Harry Potter. So whatever doesn't allow you to have the wonder of what is pulling at you that will support you financially, it will make it happen. Like ask for Italy to help you get to Italy. Ask for Turkey to bring you there and hear everybody, doing the singing and the cantering. I can't wait to like walk through Turkey. I can't believe I haven't gone yet. Can't wait to return to Italy in a little while. We're counting down the days. How did we get so lucky? Like how many times I've been on the airplane landing in Italy, like I'm doing this again. How? I don't know. Did I have a ton of money first? No, I've been going to Italy since I was 16. I had no money. So one more time here, anywhere you have money or an avoidance of people as your reason to not follow the whispers of what's pulling you, could we destroy and uncreate it, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, POD, POC, all 100, shorts, boys, povads, bases, creations, and beyonds. You know, another place that pulled me was Prague.
No way.
I got just like this whisper, and then I was asked to audition, and I got to sing in the opera house. And I was just in Prague, like blessed by all these people taking care of me. And I've only been there once before I didn't know access people then. But anyway, Prague was like, you have to come and you have to sing in here and you have to eat at this place. And I was sitting in this restaurant looking at the water, and it was like this fairy tale. I was like, how am I here? I'm not like, I don't know how I got here. How am I singing in this opera house? I don't know how I got here. So part of it is I don't know how is not it was an ask and receive, but there was no planning. And there also is a choice. So one more thing I want to say, and then I'm curious, but like anywhere you've decided planning is choosing, and choosing equals planning, can we destroy and uncreate it, please?
Yes.
Good, bad, POD, POC, all 100, shorts, boys, povads, bases, creations, and beyonds.
I have one more thing because yeah, for us Czech people, Hungarian people, Polish people, and other people who are not native speakers of English, how many times do you say yourself that you cannot travel because there is this barrier of language? and no one will understand you, and you will not understand the others. So you will not find your way, you will not find accommodation, you will not find a good food because of the language. And everything that is will you destroy and uncreate it now? Wow. Hrajte orangutan back bottom pok, all 100 shorts, boys, poets, bases, creations, and beyonds. If you are asking for people to meet on your way, what if you could ask also for people who speak your language, or for people you will understand too? Just because language is based on energies, and every language is translatable. How is it? Yeah. So you can translate. Yeah, you can translate every language because it's a part of energy. So what if you could understand people based on the energy, not only based on the language you are speaking?
Yes.
Wow, it's a huge topic.
It is very huge because it also requires that you don't make judgment real.
Mhm.
Because some people will judge you and be rude that you don't speak their language, and some people don't care, and some people will be generous. But what if it doesn't matter? What if it's okay? And like, I'm an American, so I can say, we don't even speak anything else. You all know this. You're like, so I've been to like every country that I don't speak at all. I've studied. I'm fluent in Italian, but I don't speak very well. But I can sing and I can understand. But I don't like. I've been all over the world. Like, I don't know, and you're gonna judge me, and that's okay. You also might support me, and it usually ends up being the latter. There's only a few people who are real jerks, you know? What if we've had the margins off? What if we keep presuming that most people are so whatever? But what if most people are actually not? It's lighter when I say it. And I know for me, as long as I didn't get shut down by the one or two people who were rude, that I didn't know what I was doing, I didn't know where I was, I didn't know the language, I was scared. Every time that's ever come up, if I didn't get shut down, that energy actually made it so people could see I required their support. Well,
It was kind of language interruption because
yeah,
I didn't understand that one. What happened there?
it's one of those energies where in like that kind of thing where we go to this place where like we don't understand, so we immediately presume something's wrong rather than asking a real question like, what is this? And who could support me right now? Who could contribute to me? And there's usually someone. You ask and you shall receive. 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 Uh-oh, what did they say?
Do we truly want to know it?
Name. I don't know. I know.
How this can get any better than this?
Oh, that's too funny. It's not this like, it's a matter of trusting you everywhere you go, being willing to be supported, and also being willing to be so aware and having your back. And it's so easy. It's so easy. And also ask for greater than you would have planned. How could this be even greater than I even planned?
Yeah, I have one point there because I'm also facilitating business, like business done different classes, and there is one thing. If you would love to have a big and great business, maybe you can invite someone who have great and big business for a dinner and to ask them questions. So what if you are not experienced in travels and you would love to get to know how to travel with ease? What if you could just invite someone for dinner or for drink or coffee who is experienced in travels and just received a good like information from them, how they do it, where they find information, where they find good travel tickets, airplane tickets, bus tickets, I don't know where you would love to go and how. So what if you could just share this information with people who are experienced?
Yep. And ask to be taken care of, that you're beyond safe. Ask for the energies that carry you in total awareness and wonderment, because it ends up being like that Harry Potter thing where you're not on the typical train. You end up doing something that's more appropriate for you. Excuse me. That's more congruent to how you would like to move around the planet. And if you have money as your reason, you won't invite the miracle. So everywhere you have money as your reason to take a lesser road, does that make sense?
Yes.
Could we destroy and uncreate it, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all 100, shorts, boys, poveds, bases, creations, and beyonds. If you walk into a hotel and it doesn't feel right, even if you paid for it, are you willing to leave? Are you willing to lose the money and go to what does work for you? Are you willing to have your back? If you start walking toward the airport and you get a hit, not this flight, are you willing to, okay, I'm going to book one more night. I'm going to move my flight. I do this all the time. But if money is in your way, you will go with the plan rather than your awareness. Ooh.
I have one question. What have you decided you have to become to start traveling first class?
And not just the flight, like all the time.
All the time. And
Yes.
So thank you for doing that. And make also just a note, like no follow-up email kind of thing. But when, like, this is interesting because that kind of energy, when you're just like, nope, it's a no. So it's just no, no, bye-bye, gone. And that really helps with travel. Nope, this doesn't work. I would like more first class in my life. I would like more safety, more caring, more honoring. This doesn't work for me. Nope, nope, remove, click, bye-bye. Just as easy as that. So that was kind of awesome. Just get the energy of it, and like, you can just choose. That's not my reality. More of my reality, please. So to tie into what you said, anywhere you have like, you haven't committed to what your reality is with traveling, like turn it up, take it up higher. So you're carried with consciousness everywhere you go. Now ask for that and then upgrade it even more. What's my reality with traveling? It's more like this. None of that stuff. Nope. That's not my reality. That kind of stuff. Nope. I'm saying this again and again because this is 10-second increments. And I have equally had lots of miracles as to the minute I don't like something, I leave. I don't care if I paid for it. I don't care how much money it costs for me to take care of me. Let me say that again. I don't care how much money it costs for me to take care of me. And if I have to swipe my credit card, I don't care. I'll pay for it later. I'm getting out of here. So anywhere you haven't allowed yourself to just be like, joy of traveling is me taking care of me. like I would go the cheap route or the sort of sketchy train. For what reason? What if I actually trust that I can create the money? If I got to jump tracks here, I'm going to swipe my card and I'm going to freaking pay this thing off. And it's awesome. So it kind of upgrades your whole demand for making more money, creating more money, spending more money, living in a different frequency. Woo! That's cool. Upgrade time.
That's really beautiful, because if you are living on the different frequency, then also money will follow your different frequency and you will just receive more money, because money just follows your fun and having a beautiful time. So don't forget about that. It's not about having money on the first place and then to choose. It's about choosing and then follow, and then money will follow.
Yep. Yep. I
Yeah.
wonder, I wonder what we just changed. Just notice, like, because I know the call's about to end, but just notice, like, anything that you've been targeting in your travels in the next, I don't know, 6 weeks, 6 months, if the energy is different. And like, I have a trip that I need to plan today. And this morning I was like, I don't know if I'm even going to go on it. I don't know. And it's like, oh, I just got to ask questions. When do I get on to look for a flight? I'll get the ping. Okay, where would I like to stay? Oh, I already got a text from someone asking to see if I want to stay with them. Cool, that's check. What else? Well, I'd like some extra days to do this. Can I swing it? Check the calendar. It's like start playing with instead of the how am I going to do it, asking for the pings and start extrapolating it and allow it to assemble. So it's the allowance for the trip to create itself rather than like the doom of, I don't know if I can do this or pay for it. So all of your future travels right now that you have on board, yeah. So energetically, like upgrade it, and all the ones that you've been desiring but not choosing, what would it take to choose it now? Cool. And Simona, do you mind? I think I'd like to do a 7.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Or a couple of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How much more miraculous can it be? And anything yuck, just not yours. Bye-bye. Walk away. Just leave. Someone's rude, leave. The bed isn't comfortable, check out. The food isn't good, go to a different one. Next. Next. Where else can I go? Who else can I meet? I'm really excited because I get to see you on an upcoming travel, Simona.
That's so true.
Yep.
Yeah. Mhm. And this was like that because we met in Costa Rica. It was our first time we met. Then we met in Rome. And now we are meeting in Italy for sure again in Castello di Castelborgone. I'm so grateful. And you, you know, because I started traveling, I met Désirée.
It's
Oh,
true.
yeah, it's true. And it's just happened like that.
Oh my gosh, let's just like end it on this too, because how many of your like kindred spirits, best friends you have yet to meet are out there?
Yeah. Oh, I
Mm.
have goosebumps now.
They're out there somewhere, and you thought you were going on a trip, but you were actually creating your future. So all the wonderful people, the wonderful business creations, the wonderful friendships, even the wonderful romances ahead of all of you that are out there. Because we have the joy of traveling so you can get there and meet them. Cool.
Cool.
I'm so
And
grateful.
And if you would love to meet us, you can. by the,
Yes.
yes, by the end of June. Yeah, by the end of June in Castello Casalborgone for beautiful access bars class and foundation class. So if you for example, if you would love to start enjoying your travels, what if you could join us for these beautiful classes and just have this peaceful time in Castello Casalborgone and relax into your travels?
Yes, please come. If you
Wow.
have or have not been to the castle, please come play with us. It's a Hogwarts adventure. Come to a castle to play with people all choosing more consciousness. And our world right now, our planet, what gift is it when we come together to illuminate together, to upgrade how we move through life together? It's very different from where most people are going on this planet. So I wonder how different you could be by choosing this class.
Wow. Hmm. Thank you so much for being with us here tonight. Tonight for Europe, today for America.
I hope it's been helpful.
And you will enjoy more your travels in the future. Hope you have upgraded your travels.
Mhm.
And we will meet you one day, hopefully
Okay.
soon.
Thank you.
Thank you. Kisses. Ciao.